The ocean reflects back everything we discard, the containers, the chemicals, the plastic, and occasionally they also reflect our own negligence. Two catastrophic ship accidents off the Kerala coast shocked the nation. The sinking of MSC Elsa 3 and the explosion aboard MV1 High 503 were not just mechanical failures. They were symbols of a deeper crisis, of neglect, of outdated laws, and silence over the human and ecological cost of global shipping. While the ocean connects continents, its dangers often isolate the very people who depend on it. The fisherfolk, the coastal communities and mariners, everyone whose voices are drowned in the policy voids. The sea, though open, is no longer a frontier. It is a regulated space, yet what will we do when the rules that we need do not exist, or when we simply haven't signed them? These incidents are not isolated mechanical failures. They are systemic episodes that demand academic interrogation from legal, environmental, and stakeholder perspectives. Let us first consider the ecological and economic fallout. The sinking of MSC Elsa 3 scattered hundreds of containers, some carrying hazardous chemicals such as calcium carbide, along Kerala's coastline. The fire on MV1 High 503 involved over 1,700 containers, many loaded with flammable substances, and it led to the death of or disappearances of crew members. Both events triggered fears of an oil spill, particularly because the vessels carried thousands of tons of furnace oil and diesel. From the standpoint of coastal communities, especially the artisanal fisherfolk, these disasters are not marine anomalies. They are existential threats. Fishing was suspended, boats got damaged, the nets were contaminated. In fact, even the dietary habits of people of Kerala got changed because fishes were not safe anymore to be consumed. The incidents re-inscribed the long-standing pattern of coastal marginalization in Indian developmental discourse. The sea, for many, is a livelihood, not an abstraction of trade routes and transnational logistics. Now, when we analyze these events through stakeholder theory, we recognize a complex, overlapping network. Now, this brings us to the legal vacuum at the heart of crisis. India is a signatory to core maritime safety conventions such as SOLAS and MARPOL, but it has not ratified several crucial treaties, notably the Hazardous and Noxious Substances Convention, the Wreck Removal Convention, or the 1992 Civil Liability and Fund Conventions. These omissions are not bureaucratic footnotes. They translate into an inability to claim compensation, enforce liability, or mandate cleanup by the polluters. In other words, India's maritime legal structure or maritime legal architecture is fragmented, with no coherent domestic framework for managing transnational shipping incidents involving environmental risk. Now, Kerala High Court's intervention was a watershed moment. The Kerala High Court recognized marine biodiversity loss as economic damage. It was a watershed movement because it reflects a jurisprudential shift towards ecological constitutionalism, aligning the Article 48A and Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, which guarantees environmental protection and the right to life, respectively. How we respond will now define not just our laws, but our legacy.